All right, welcome back to ELH 4x4 doing stuff. Part 3 of combating obsolescence on this beautiful day. We're going to do our layout. Let's get you out of the sun. So this back part of the frame looks pretty good, so we're going to focus on just this area. Up to this edge, and then cut half of this part out. That way we kind of keep as much of the original frame intact and just do some patch welds, right? You can see, maybe you can see, this area right in here is our trouble area. So we're going to go from here to here and fix that. So you're going to use the straight edge paint marker, mark out where we need to cut, and then yeah, we'll put you on time warp and see what transpires. So we're going to try to keep as much of this edge as possible. That way, when it comes time to join the two together, we got somewhat of an edge. You'll never be able to see it when the windshield is installed. So even if we came together at a sharp point, you wouldn't be able to see it. And I'm not worried about, like, if there's a major variance between the butt welds, because if this flew, if this made it by, right, this big old gap, then I'm not worried. You ain't got to be precise is what I'm trying to say. So, all right, let's get to grinding. We got our face shield, and I'm going to wear a dust mask. That way, it's, you know, it'll prevent like getting a sore throat or whatever with all the rust and metal and all that other stuff. So, all right, stand by. All right, we got our roundabout piece that we need to cut out. And I know that this side is closer to the center of the vehicle, right? So if this is the passenger side, this would be the driver's side, right? So I was a little bit short on the edge, so I need to make, when I make my patch, I need to be a little bit proud towards, I guess, the window, the edge side. So I'll leave a little bit of material on that and then go back and grind it down to fit. But I'm going with 16 gauge. I was thinking about whatever this is, maybe 20 gauge. I think that's a little bit too flimsy. This stuff is going to be really hard to put bends in. That's why I'm going to kind of bring the edge together like this and weld it and then shape it with the grinder instead of trying to break. You know, I was messing around with it. I don't even have a brake, so what am I talking about? But I tried bending it in the vise and heating it and stuff like that. And this stuff's pretty pretty hard to manipulate with just your hands. So anyway, we're going to lay this out, cut our patch, and continue to make the patch fit into the hole. And then I'll mark which side is driver's side, which side is passenger side. So all we got to do is just transfer our shape. All right. All right, so we got to be just a little bit proud. Go a little bit. All right, then we just cut that out. I don't know if you can see that. And just use the grinder to cut that out. All right, we got our roundabout shape. I marked it driver's side inside. All right, so it's going to go just like that. All right, let's get the welder out. We'll tack it up a little bit, and then we'll, once we get it tacked in, then we'll cut this part out. And overlap, and then grind. Yeah, but you know what? Let's see what happens. I'm not a metal guy. I'm not a body guy. You know? But anyway. This is going to be the fun part, holding it up, right? Okay. We got our width pretty good. Okay. All right. I think it's going to be easier to do it on this side. All right. Okay, not bad. All right, I'm gonna have to take a little bit off the edge here, but we're getting there. All right, now that we got our one piece cut and mocked up, Now we could cut our upper piece and then work the edge together to kind of make this rounded area, but that's what we got. Kind of nicked it a little bit wide, but hey, we're working with metal, we could fill that in. So we'll cut this area out, get everything all tacked up, and then start grinding and shaping. All right, so we got our pieces cut. I'm gonna get ready to tack. Basically what I'm gonna do when it comes time to weld the upper part is just tack just a little bit and then bend it so this is contoured a little bit. All right, so we want it to be able to match the contour of the window frame. We'll get the bottom part tacked in first, and then lay our upper part above it, grind off the excess off of the bottom one, and then try to make it, we'll try to shape it to match this. But like I said, it's going to be underneath the window and underneath some inner trim panels, so we'll never see it until we do. And then if we do, we want to kind of make it look like everything else. All right. We're going to take our time with welding. I don't need a lot of splatter coming down and burning through and ruining my interior. This is kind of like really old and garbage. It's breaking apart. So yeah, we'll just be cool, take our time, little tack here, little tack there, some grinding, and yeah, we'll see what's going on. And then maybe you noticed something going on with the front end of the truck. We'll talk about that later. Maybe you haven't, but there's something going on with the front of that truck. So, all right. All right, so far this is what we got. That looks like garbage, but guess what? You'll never see it. I'm gonna shape this a little bit, maybe have to go back over it some, and we'll hit this surface up. All right, this is what we got. Nice and smooth. You can kind of see some like weird looking edge. You'll never see it underneath. So then now we're just going to coat. I'm going to coat the wind frame. I'm going to wait because it's like really windy and it's kind of chilly out still. So we'll put a comma in this. I'm debating whether I should fix this or just leave it. You know, because the window adhesive is going to fill in that area. So yeah. I don't know. Anyway, it's fixed as far as I'm concerned. So we're here. Let's just throw on some metal prep. It'll be a day or two before we, you know, get some time to actually hit it up and coat it. So did a pretty good job. As far as coating, you know, the surface that I hit up a little while ago, I didn't see any new. Whoa, see, they're talking about that wind. Put a nice coat on it, and yeah, now we'll call it, you know, somewhat done.